Hello, viewers. Welcome to another edition of the program Women Experiment Talk Show. I'm your host, Patricia Kabia, and my guest.
Hulda Imah.
Welcome on the show.
Thank you.
Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, as you all know again, I am Hulda Imah, a young 25 years old lady, an advocate for girls, an advocate for women, an advocate for children, an advocate for youth. Yes, I studied mechanical engineering in diploma level and currently seeking to pursue my degree course in development studies as I find myself in the social works area right now.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is the name of your organization?
Okay, so my organization's name is Defend You. And Defend You, the YOU, simply means Defend Youth, Orphans, and Underprivileged.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the mission of the organization?
So our mission is very simple. Our mission is to defend youth, orphans, and underprivileged, to eradicate vulnerability in society.
Okay, so when this organization was found?
Okay, so I would say it's something that has been there ever since I came back to Sierra Leone. But I got the opportunity to then register it in 2021, ending of 2021.
Okay.
So I would say basically I founded it in 2016, but started operations, like proper operations, in 2021.
So I think there must be a history behind that. So what is the history?
Okay, so this is the fun part I always tell people. There is this quote that evolves or revolves around this whole history about Defend You. So the quote simply says that I do not give because I have much, but I give because I know what it feels to have nothing. And I remember when I came back from Sierra Leone when I came back to Sierra Leone, in 2015, and then just walking around the streets of Sierra Leone and seeing young kids on the streets having to sell, goods. And sometimes they tell you, oh, if I don't finish selling, I cannot go home because maybe my aunt will beat me. I wouldn't have food for the next day. Sure. So, all that really, draw my attention to what I should do for young kids, and not just young kids, but how can I help them? Teenage pregnancy was another thing that threw me off my seat, because for every maybe street that I went to, I would definitely see a young pregnant girl. So looking at that pregnant girl, it's like your future is all gone. At that particular stage, how would you be able to focus again? It takes a great and a strong person to be in that teenage stage, in that particular predicament, and then be able to bounce back on their feet. So I would definitely say coming back to Sierra Leone really opened my eyes, because back in the Gambia, I also faced a lot of challenges as a young girl, because you're in somebody's country and you know how it feels like sometimes not to even have food to eat. Your mom comes back and they'll just be encouraging you, oh, better days ahead. And you still sit down and be wondering, when will these better days ahead come? Yeah. There are times when I have to stay home because of school fees. So I'm thinking I could do something now that I'm in the position to do something for young people.
Okay. Yeah. So what are the major challenges?
So basically, Defend You is an organization that caters for orphans and underprivileged kids, and we have a home where we keep these kids. And imagine taking care of one kid, not to talk of 9 kids that I have now. Oh. Yes, so I have 8 girls and 1 boy. Then I have 2 matrons that are looking after them. So Defend You basically sees to the needs of these kids. It has been challenging because sometimes you don't have help come your way. You have to source from your own pocket, and not everybody sees your vision. So not everybody can, I'll say, align with your visions. Not everybody can do that. Okay. But the challenges here that I normally face is when most of these kids come to the home, most of them are faced with psychological problems. A lot of them are faced with mental issues because of the background, where they're coming from, what they've been through. So it takes patience, it takes time for them to mingle with the other kids in the home. Another challenge that I faced, I would say, is finance. Finance was is a big challenge, to be honest with you, because imagine feeding 10 to 11 people a day, morning, afternoon, evening. All the kids have to go to school. You have to pay school fees and with other fees that might evolve around that. So basically, I'll say those are just few of the challenges that we're facing at the moment.
Wow. So, like, who are like your targeting audience?
Okay, so my target audience are orphans. So orphans ranging from the age of 0 to maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And orphans, these are people that, or kids that they lost their parent either by birth, or these are kids that they don't even know their parents were about. I also target the young people, youth, and also children ranging from the age of, let me say, 7 upwards to maybe 12, 13. And then, yeah, those, I'll say for now, those are my target audience for now.
Can you please tell us about your past activities?
Okay, so basically the home is not just there for the kids to stay indoors like they're prisoners. No. Definitely I want them to be social out there, so they're not novice when they go out. So we actually had our end of year celebration in 2022 December, where I took them out to the beach and we had fun, and most of them were saying, oh, in Creole, I not ever can a beach. Who's like this? So you find out, you see the excitement in the faces of these kids, which make me really happy that at least I've impacted their lives in one way or the other. I allow them to attend programs like the spelling bee competition. I allow them to attend programs like that. I cater for them because I want them to be exposed out there, not just being in the home, doing stuff, going to school, come back and all. No. So we attend programs. We attended another program, which was the Orphan Society program. They did a program for like orphans during the International Office Day. So these are all activities, I would say, that they attended. So personally, activities that we've done in the home are activities like me having one-on-one engagement with them, like a counseling session. It's an activity because there I have so many questions to ask them. What has their past life been like? What are they going through? So there you get to know what they like, what they don't like, their hobbies, their choice of food. And yeah, so we have lots of activities that we've done.
Okay, so where do you get fund to run this organization?
Oh Lord. So people, I would say, there are a lot of people that resonate with what you do. And when I started this organization, I've done a lot of posting on Facebook.
Okay.
So basically, I would say I've got some support from Community Hands Organization, and they are based in USA. I've also got support from Impact Sierra Leone. I've got support from individuals, like so many individuals. And these are people that will just call you and say, oh, I love what you're doing. I'm going to extend a helping hand to you, help with a bag of rice and, all sorts of things, clothing. There's a lot. I have lots of individuals. If I say I'll sit here and mention all their names, I wouldn't. But I would just want to really say I appreciate them a lot. I really, really do appreciate them for their support.
Okay, so what are the successful stories so far in the organization?
Okay.
Because to set up those kind of organization is not easy.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, and there is no success without challenge. Either way, challenge without success. So I've been through many hurdles, but one thing for sure is that I'll tell you, 2023 we clocked 2 years since I registered, and 2023 also clocked full 1 year when the home started running. Okay. So I'm super excited for that I've been able to keep these kids. I've been able to impact them one way or the other. I've been able to send them to school because education is one of my priority, which I always tell them, if I cheat you of education, I have cheated you for life, because I'll give you food, I'll give you clothing and everything. But if you don't have education, if you don't have skills, these are all challenges you definitely face in the future. But one thing I'm happy for is that they're where they are. I'm teaching them, how to cook, how to clean. I even have one of my kids in the home that goes to a voluntary school because of her own situation that she faced. So she's learning how to bake cake, tie and dye, how to do decoration. So with her own skills, she will come back and train the other kids that are there. And another thing I would say, another success story is that when I started alone, and it was really, really difficult. But along the line, you meet people, and people really want to support you. People really want to tell you how much you've done, and they just want to give you that push. So I started the organization, and I named it Defend Them Young Orphanage and Less Privileged Home. I know everybody's saying that. Oh, that is so long. But thankfully, I came across somebody on social media. He's a mentor. He's been a mentor in my life, which I really appreciate him a lot for. His name is Bokari Dumbuya. He's been behind the scene. He told me, "Oh, your name is too long. Who helped you out with this name?" And I told him, I said, "Look, I was all alone. I had to draft my constitution for myself. I had to do this all alone." He was like, "Okay, let me chip in and tell you, how to do this, this, and this. And if you're okay with it, then we go with it." So he's one person that has always brought suggestion to the table. And if you're cool with it, and then you work with it. So he came on board, and then the success story is that we now have Defend You and not Defend Them Young Orphanage and Less Privileged Home. So we now have Defend You, which is short, which is precise, and very much explanatory. You go out there and they ask you, what is Defend You? Defend You simply means Defend Youth Orphans and Underprivileged. So yeah, that's a major success.
Okay, so let me ask this question. So do you have a mentor, or like being inspired by someone out there?
Exactly. I have mentors. There is this one mentor that I'll definitely say has constantly been there. Okay. I have series of mentors. I just mentioned his name now. And this person is constantly always about Defend You. What have you done? What are your future plans? Somebody that is always on your neck. I tell people, you just don't have a mentor that you cannot see. Yeah. You don't say this person is my mentor and you don't talk to the person. It's some people go, this person, I'm a mentor. Now, do you know what a mentor is? A mentor is somebody that can coach you. A mentor is somebody that can see your fault and tell you that no. A mentor is somebody that guides you, it guides your path. So I'm sure I have a mentor. Yes, I'll strongly say I have a mentor, and have other mentors that I look up to. But I just really want to say kudos to Bakari Dumbuya. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. It has been super, super, super amazing. And mentorship, talking about mentorship, is one thing that I am teaching my kids, because talking about our short-term goals is for me to get them a house, feed them, give them the basic needs of life, give them skills and help them. But the long-term goal in Defend You is to make sure that we see them off the street, and for them, or let me say, take them off societal problems. Because imagine these kids being groomed in a home. Yeah. Definitely we have reduction in sex workers, we have reduction in drug abuse, we have reduction in teenage pregnancy, and so on and so forth, all the social problems that we're having now. So basically, yeah.
Okay. Yes. So what will be your advice to young women and girls out there?
Yeah, so I'll just encourage young people out there to be courageous. And I'll also say, continue doing what you're doing. Because to be honest, it's not easy. You face challenges, you see hurdles. But trust me, the only time you'll be able to conquer is when you overcome those hurdles, you overcome those challenges. And yes, I'm here today, but I'm just summoned courage to do this interview. We lost one of our volunteers. May her soul rest in peace. And she's been active for every activity that we had. She's always been there. So this is just a lesson for us that do not procrastinate. What you have to do it now as a young person. Create that impact. Do that change you want to see in your life. And trust me, the sky wouldn't be your limit, but the sky would be your stepping stone. So I would also end by saying, young people, always aspire to acquire what you desire in the future. But if in the process you misfire, don't retire but refire.
Wow, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Sorry for your loss. My
Thank you so much.
sympathy.
I really appreciate that. Thank
Okay, so thanks for coming.
you. Thank you.
VAfrica.